start by thanking Amar and the Small Business Consultancy for putting together this fantastic event. I think there's a hashtag as well for this event, isn't it? What's the
TSBC Inspires.
TSBC Inspires. If any of you are using Twitter, who uses Twitter? Okay, if any of you are tweeting, then do use that hashtag. I'm at Rajeeb Dey, R-A-J-D-E-Y, and it's on there. So, as has been mentioned a couple of times, I think this event is really appropriate this particular day and moment for two reasons, really. One, that it's Global Entrepreneurship Week, and secondly, with the youth unemployment statistics having just come out yesterday. And I think with the youth unemployment statistics, it's important to remember there's nothing really new. It has been hovering around the 1 million mark for quite some time, and whilst it makes great headlines and it really acts as a kind of a wake-up call, I think, to government and to people that this is a really shocking and pressing issue that we really need to address urgently. So I just wanted to push back slightly on something that Jeff said, because he said that the DWP's focus is much on the mass market and what the majority of people want to do, but some studies have shown that over 50% of people do want to set up a business, but only 5% actually go on and do something about it. I think it's really important that we realise that one of the solutions to the youth unemployment crisis is going to come from entrepreneurship and encouraging more people to set up a business. So organisations like DWP and BIS need to be doing more to be encouraging and supporting those 50% of people to look at setting up their own businesses. And it's really important that we embed enterprise and employability skills within schools and within young people from an early age, to equip young people with an entrepreneurial mindset. Because it's true that whilst not everyone will be an entrepreneur, every young person should be equipped to think like an entrepreneur, to have the skills, the creativity skills, the ability to take risks, to adapt, to network and to communicate. These are things that I simply don't think our education system in Britain is currently equipping young people with. And we really need to remodel the way we look at education in Britain. And I think some of this will come through experiential learning, and we hear about the need for work experience time and time again. We're faced with very much a catch-22 situation where young people want to gain work experience, but it's just not available to them because employers are not necessarily giving these opportunities. And when we particularly at internships work a lot with graduates and university students, and so what we're trying to do is tap into the startup and SME market, the small and medium enterprise market, who traditionally have been neglected in many respects, because universities in particular are full of the banks, the law firms, the accountancy firms who do the corporate milk round, but the startups and SMEs are very poorly represented on campus. So what we're trying to do at internships is really highlight entrepreneurship as a viable and rewarding career path by exposing students and graduates to entrepreneurial work placements, which we call internships, in startups and small companies. And in the process to create a new word and a culture change, where doing an internship in a startup would have the same kudos, if not more, than doing an internship in Goldman Sachs, for example. Which actually is not very popular nowadays anyway, so it's probably a good thing. So it's really, I'm really passionate about creating this culture of enterprise, and as Amar mentioned, I'm one of the co-founders of Startup Britain, which is a campaign launched at the end of March by the Prime Minister, Secretary of State and Chancellor. And it's a campaign set up by 8 entrepreneurs to inspire, celebrate and accelerate entrepreneurship. Through the platform we try and showcase everything that's great in the fields of entrepreneurship that's happening. As Amar said, it's not funded by government, but it's supported by them, and I think we really need to harness the support of businesses big and small to really get behind this cause. We'll be launching a new website where we'll be having Startup Britain kind of champions in cities across the UK, so if you're passionate about enterprise and want to become a startup local champion, then do come speak to me after this event. And I suppose I'd end probably before my 10 minutes to say that, as we know, with global entrepreneurship happening this week, now is the most important time to be discussing how we can get young people to really realise that they can truly not only just take a job but also make a job. So thank you very much.